I'll give it 10 seconds and then I'll go. After being battered to sleep with a slow offense, UNI is looking to finish strong in the first year of PCL. With only 2 matches left and a 4-way tie for the final spot, will TJ, the senior, lead his team to another playoff run? Or will dreams dash away like a hot wave in October? Hello, UNI Panther fans and Rocket League fans alike. Welcome to Week 6 of the PCL East B Division regular season, where your 2-3 University of Northern Iowa Panthers from Cedar Falls, Iowa, will play in a best-of-5 against the 2-3 Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Engineers from Troy, New York. Brooke is in production. My name is Hunter. Thank you for joining us late on your Monday night. Is there a stream delay on, Brooke? Or are you on second? Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, okay, cool. So, as we go ahead and get ready for tonight, a few items to note. UNI Panther fans, UNI Esports needs your help. We are on a mission to raise $10,000 for 6 new PCs. Lots of gamers and students dream of being able to play some games and show off their skills in the best way possible. In order to do this, they need the proper gear. However, modern game requirements for PCs and associated gear tend to be more pricey, resulting in exclusivity. And these new PCs could fix that exclusivity and give the potential competitors and students the edge they need to perform at their highest capacity. That is, if you want to donate, every dollar will help, and every donation up to $5,000 will be matched with a donation from the University Foundation. So just type !donate to give access to our Give Campus link, where every dollar counts, and we thank you for your generous support. Go Panthers. So looking at the playoff picture for East B, it's going to be the Bearcats White, currently tied for first with Robert Morris University. They are currently 4-1. The Maryland Terps are currently 3-2. They're currently in the 3rd spot. And in the hot seat is going to be Howard University. They are 2-3, along with RPI, Northern Iowa, Benedictine University, and then rounding out at the 8th spot is the winless University of Cincinnati Bearcats Pink. Looking at our starters for today's matchup, it is most likely for UNI going to be TJ, Bikes, and Jase, while the projected starters for the Engineers is going to be J1, Craftwork, Striker, and or Jonas, but I don't quite have their gamer tag just yet, so it could be someone else as their gamer tag, but we will go ahead and we will get loaded in. And here we go in a best-of-5 starting right now. And off the initial kickoff, it is pretty clean for the Panthers, as the ball will go right in front of the Engineers' goal, and that one's going to be cleared out away. Jase trying to make some moves, can't quite get there. Nice save by Bikes, and he's going to go ahead and take it to the middle of the pitch where TJ has one defender. Double commit. Striker able to go ahead and pass it to J1, and he'll try and take it across the timeline. And here come the UNI Panthers back on offense. Ball's going to go ahead, go down. Rolls around. Over to Bikes. He'll miss the shot. Jase gets an awkward 50. Striker and the Engineers will come up with it. And 1 minute already done and away in game one. So far scoreless. Just like that, though, TJ able to go ahead and get the goal to go with 4:02 left to play in game one. Really nice setup by Jase. And even though he doesn't get the credit with the goal, Jase still making it happen on offense. Jase gonna go ahead, flip, reset. Kick is clean, noses it down. Really good mechanics in that Cybertruck. Of course, earlier in the year, he mentioned how that was his comfort pick. He felt the most mobile in a Cybertruck. Not what you typically see in, say, like a Finnick or Octane. So here we go. Nice little kick out over to the left-hand side of the pitch. Striker's going to go ahead, set it to clear over to TJ. TJ defers to Jase. He'll take it across the timeline off the right side of the wall. TJ, J1, pinch. Sets it up nicely for Bikes in the left-hand corner. He'll nose it in, over to Jase, and just off the mark, and J1 is going to go ahead and get the clear. But the Panthers still have an opportunity with the ball, just barely center of pitch. Bikes setting up his own double back, but that's bumped out of the way by Striker. And so far, UNI doing an amazing job at maintaining the pressure. Of course, we saw last week against Benedictine, just the slower paced offense kind of set them to a slower paced set of offense motions that maybe they weren't used to. And again, they just kind of got lulled to sleep, like mentioned in the intro. But here we go. The Panthers with a shot, and that's missed. Striker is going to go ahead, get credited with the save. He'll defer to J1. Nice little shot. It is right there. But Striker able to go ahead and get it saved, and TJ going to try and get the answer. Flip, reset, makes two, miss, and goal! Really great job by TJ right here against the Engineers defense. Split them right down the middle. Flip, reset, in it for another. UNI currently leads it 2-0 with 2:18 left to play in game one. Kickoff's clean. Engineers looking to start something here. Deep shot by J1 is off target as TJ is going to go ahead and get credited with the save. Shot now from Kraftwerk is off the mark, but he'll go ahead and follow up his own shot. Striker going to be credited with the assist. And it looks like TJ just wasn't quite ready there on the defense. Kickoff's clean. TJ gonna go ahead, do some mechanics as Striker gets demoed by Bikes. He'll try and set up a double back. Follow up for UNI, and Jase able to go ahead and get this one to go. Exactly what we've been seeing all season long. TJ, senior. Jase, freshman. Thank you, sir. We'll have 3-1 with 1:49 left to play in game one. Initial kickoff's clean. That's going to be set up for Bikes for a full set of boost. Kraftwerk going to try and contest him on the wall. Kraftwerk will steal it away, passes it to J1, who's also got a full set of boost. And here come the Engineers. Back on offense. J1 misses the opportunity, could have set it up for Strikers, but Bikes right there to go ahead and defend. But J1 from the left-hand side able to go ahead and get the quick answer that this RPI squad needed. Just like that, RPI able to go ahead, get an answer, and reduces the deficit to 1. Fallback is good, and just like that, we're tied up. And this quick response from the Engineers team, able to go ahead, get it in with 1:18 left to play in game one. Could be a potential nail biter. Initial kickoff. Gonna get slide tackled out of the way. Striker gonna go ahead. Opens up Jase. Go ahead and get the offense going now for the Panthers. J1's gonna be tackled out of the way. Kraftwerk with a deep shot, and Jase out of nowhere able to go ahead and get this one saved. With 1 minute remaining, we're knotted up 3 apiece. TJ gets this one stolen away by Kraftwerk and no follow-up by the Engineers. Maybe this is a missed opportunity for them as Jase gonna flip reset, makes one miss, and just right side of the bar, can't quite get it in. And TJ gonna try and get the Panthers offense going mid-pitch, but Kraftwerk just a minute quicker, and he'll go ahead, take it across the timeline. 30 seconds left, ball's right there, and Kraftwerk able to go ahead, get it to go. Potential go-ahead score with 28 left on the clock in game 1. Just a really nice, quick solo play. Jase wasn't quite ready for it. Of course, we've seen UNI come back from, I guess, worse circumstances. The kickoff is clean, and TJ with a full set of boost, flip, reset. Tries to nose it in, double back. Follow-up, too strong for UNI, and a missed opportunity. Exactly how you wanted to set it up. And here comes Kraftwerk trying to set up another. It'll go ahead, rattle around left to right. Striker tries to nose it in, but Bikes with 4 seconds left, but the ball's still in the air. Jase over to Bikes. Day one's gonna get the demo, and just like that, game 1 will go to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. And just a really good play there. Of course, Kraftwerk being the man to beat, or woman, with 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 save on 5 shots. That's over 50% efficiency from the pitch. A really great job. And of course, big shout out to J1, able to go ahead and get a score and assist. But TJ, 2 goals, Jase with 1, each with an assist. And just something that you'd like to see is more of your defensive specialist from I Ride Bikes. Able to get 1 save, and hopefully we can see more. Also, Panther fans, if you want to help support UNI Panther Esports, just go ahead, do !point merch. That'll take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have t-shirts, hoodies, and fully customizable jerseys, where for half the price of a professional jersey, you can get a jersey to rep your favorite Panther player on the team. So just type !point merch. Off the initial kickoff, game 2 now underway. UNI trying to come back from a 1-0 series deficit and try to get into the driver's seat, pun intended, to the final playoff spot. Nice demolition coming out from TJ, but it's not enough as Striker is going to go ahead and get this one in. Nice assist by J1. And Striker, of course, just nosing it in past both UNI Panther defenders. Really great job. UNI going to have to come back, excuse me, from a 1-goal deficit. 4:30 left to play in game 2. Kickoff is clean. Bikes trying to set himself up on the right-hand side of the pitch. That's going to get bumped out of the way. And here comes UNI's offensive pressure. Striker having to be credited with a save, as UNI was just kind of battering it back onto their side of the territory. Bikes missed opportunity there, but Jase able to go ahead and get a demo, but it is it for naught, as J1 will go ahead, take it right-hand side. Really awesome job of just ball control in this situation. And of course, UNI being too aggressive. And just like that, the Engineers up 2-0 in game 2. Kickoff is in favor of RPI. Kraftwerk trying to apply the pressure, but Jase to get the clear. J1 bumps to striker, awkward 50, right-hand side. J1 slide tackled out of the way. Ball's going to be in front of the Panthers. Off the top of the crossbar. Save for TJ. Bike's able to clear it out. Pass to TJ off the wall. Jase with no boost and a missed opportunity, as that's a deep shot from J1. And UNI trying to piece it together with a kind of patchwork rotation offense. Feel like they're kind of tensing up at this current moment and really need to start communicating here. J1 sets it up for Kraftwerk. TJ able to steal it away. Can he go coast to coast? He's got a full set of boosts, but striker, third man back, able to go ahead and get the bump. And TJ, with the demo, I saw the vision of the play. Unfortunately, you did not get the bump that you were after. A really good idea for UNI. They got to keep maintaining that, as a deep shot from the right-hand side is good for Jase. TJ with the assist, and of course you get the kind of nudge 50 there. Deep ball, just the engineers were not ready for it. UNI only down to a 1-goal deficit. Kickoff off the top of the ceiling. First one there is going to be a Rensselaer engineer. But Bikes able to go ahead from the left-hand side. Striker was not ready for it. And just a 50 in favor of UNI, and J1 kind of missed the bump. So Bikes took advantage of that error. Really great job by Bikes. 50 off the initial kickoff. Jase is going to go ahead and get a demolition on an engineer. Here come the Panthers as we're tied 2-2 in game 2. And just like that, no tie, no more, as Jase is going to go ahead as a nice little setup here from Bikes, just winning that 50, able to go ahead, get this bump in, and Jase puts the Panthers in the lead, 3-2, with 2:33 left to play in game 2. Picker gets slide tackled out of the way as he tries to clear it. Jase with a full set of boost makes one defender miss. He'll defer the Bikes. Bikes tries to torpedo it in, and oh man, server health right there, kind of bumped, as hopefully that doesn't mess with either team's rotations, as Bikes will go ahead, take it from his own goal line into Rensselaer territory. Jase sets up the left-hand side. Kraftwerk able to get it saved. And Striker with no set of boost couldn't quite get to the ball, but UNI is going to have to rotate out and around. Bikes tries to nose it, can't quite get there. Jase gets it off the ceiling, and still, here comes the engineers. Nice little bump out of the way for Jase, and he's going to go ahead and chase it. Tries to set his own double back to Bikes, but J1 bumps him out of the way. Just like that, TJ scores! A really nice kind of slide tackle bump out of the way, and it was just enough. And TJ able to go ahead, get it to score. And with 1:32 left to play in game 2, UNI up by 2. TJ noses it down. It was a clean kickoff, but it's going to be right in front of the goal. Too strong off the top of the crossbar. No good for Kraftwerk. And he'll go ahead and try and maintain that pressure, but TJ's going to go ahead, try and bump it away. One minute left to play. UNI still up by a pair. Ball just goes right in front of the Rensselaer goal, and TJ to hammer it in. Really awesome job by the assist of Bikes, and of course you like that complimentary play that TJ is able to give, or excuse me, that Bikes is able to give, and so UNI will go ahead, put it up by 3, 5-2, with 40 seconds left to play in game 2. TJ sets it up. Gets slide tackled out of the way. J1 credited with the save, and with 30 seconds remaining, a tall order for this Engineers squad. Striker gets bumped out of the way by Jase. Jase to Bikes. He'll try to set himself up, his own double back, but Kraftwerk able to go ahead and intercept. J1 with the 50 win. With 10 seconds left, UNI will look to nose this one in and take game 2, 5-2. And just like that, as I was kind of looking at some different scripts, UNI gonna go ahead and get a goal, make it 6-2. So Caster Curse, my own good deeds, and UNI gonna go ahead and tie the series 1-1. As we will go ahead and try and figure out what this little packet loss issue might be, and hopefully look into some other issues as well. But you know what's not an issue? Following our socials. You should go ahead and do ! socials. That'll take you to get access to all of our social medias. So catch game times and scores on X, hang out with players and fans on Discord, or relive your favorite moments through our YouTube VODs. Don't miss out and stay up to date with Panther Esports on and off stream. Just type ! socials. Also, Panther fans, if you want to donate to our Give campaign, just type ! donate. And UNI is currently trying to raise $10,000 for the opportunity to get more PCs for both in-person events and for the club. The foundation or the Alumni Association will give a dollar-for-dollar matchup up to $5,000. So every dollar you donate is actually 2 towards the club. So just type ! donate. Also, Rocket League fans, we are looking for teams to take part in this year's Northern Iowa Cup, the only Rocket League tournament in the state of Iowa. Whether you're a casual player teaming up with friends or a competitive college team, show off your skills against some of the best Rocket League teams in the state. Online qualifiers are free to play, and kickoff is on November 1st, so coming up very soon. Using a double elimination format, teams are encouraged to stream their own qualifying matches, and the top 6 teams will move on to in-person finals on November 8th at noon in the Mocker Union Gaming Lounge. Finalists will have a $30 venue fee and compete for a $150 grand prize, with payouts going to the top 3 teams. Plus, the in-person matches will be streamed right here on Panther Esports Twitch. So steal that boost, score that shot, and be victorious. Registration closes tonight at midnight. Just head to start.gg. And as we start game 3, already just kickoff was not clean for the Panthers. Of course, Bike's able to go ahead and save that one just left of the goal. And so far, Rensselaer putting on the pressure as Striker tries to get a shot, but TJ able to go ahead and get this one saved. Bikes with the follow-up and the score! Really nice pass from Jase. Kind of setting him up, left-hand side. And just a perfect kind of transition pass that you love to see. And the Panthers are up early, 1-0, with 4:35 left to play in Game 3. I say with the shot, but J1 able to go ahead and get this save. And the Panthers looking to maintain the pressure. That's exactly how they want to play their offense, or how they've ran successful offense, is to just go ahead and apply pressure, get the rotations and steal boost. That's been their keys to Panther success. As we are 1 minute done and away in Game 3. Shot from Kraftwerk, no good. As Striker will get moved out of the way just for Jase to go ahead and get a demo on J1, and TJ able to get the demo back on J1 as well. Kraftwerk tries to do a little bicycle kick, middle of the pitch, and here comes the pressure now for the Engineers. Again, probably in just this short minute and a half worth of play time so far, I want to say they have at least had 4 shots on goal, which is uncharacteristic for this Engineer squad in this current moment. At least so far what we've seen this series. But just like that, Striker able to go ahead, divide up the UNI defense. And we are tied 1-1 with 3:06 left to play in Game 3. Initial kickoff is going to be in favor of UNI. Jase with a full set of boosts, tries to take mid-pitch, tries to set him up, his own flip reset, and his own double back. Follow-up from TJ's no good, and a missed opportunity, almost willing it out of nowhere, as Bikes tries to set up the double back for TJ. He's slide tackled out of the way. J1's going to go ahead, take it across the timeline where he's just got Jase. Jase with a good bump save, but here come the Engineers. Striker lulls them to sleep with just a small little bump from the left-hand side. And just a really good job there by Striker. Of course, the name that you don't typically say, but only say it when you kind of need it the most. So Striker definitely a clutch player for this Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute squad. TJ gonna go ahead, reset back. Jase able to go ahead, take a full set of boosts, but he's gonna be contested by J1. Tries to set up for Kraftwerk. And Jase trying to set his own double back and just missed it. Was about a half a second behind his shot, and a missed opportunity for UNI to tie it. Now Bike's turn. Sets it up just right of pitch. Awkward 50. Kraftwerk is going to go ahead and take it across their timeline. Here come the Engineers. But just like that, Jase bumping it out of the way. Striker trying to set something up. Jase there, able to go ahead, make one defender miss, makes 2. And with a full set of boosts, he'll try and set it up. Center of pitch. And unfortunately, UNI was just not there to set it up. Right idea, just poor execution for the Panthers with 1:30 left to play, down by a goal. TJ. Demolition comes out for Kraftwerks. Maybe that's a spark that UNI needs. Bikes. Awkward 50. Jase is going to go ahead, get a full set of boost. Almost got that stolen away by J1. And the ball, quick motion, left to right, back to J1. Sets up a double back. And with 1 minute remaining, UNI still down by a score, trying to look for a potential playoff spot. And if they go ahead, get this win, you just got to think of the next goal. And I feel like UNI is getting a little bit too tense, kind of missing their beats here. Shot, Bikes, Striker, intercepts, defers to J1. And 32 seconds done and away, UNI still looking for a score, down 1. Ase, mid-pitch, over to Bikes. Bikes to TJ, he'll take it off the ceiling, awkward reset. Jase, too strong off the top of the crossbar. Right idea, wrong execution. And that has been the story of the Panthers tonight. 8 seconds left, ball still in the air. Could be some extras. Follow up from Jase's no good as J1 bumps it out of the way. And with that, game 3 will put the Engineers up by a game. 2-1 is not only your game score, but the series score heading into game 4. And of course, Striker right there, able to go ahead and get 2 goals and 5 shots. Really great job there. Just kind of something that we don't typically see is kind of the one player making all the moves necessary for your team's success. Of course, Bike's able to go ahead and get his own goal off of a Jase assist. So hopefully UNI can go ahead and get 2 more in the bag. However, you've got to think just the next game. All right, here we go. Game 4, UNI looking to go ahead and push it to a game 5. But you have to start here. Initial kickoff is going to go ahead and be in favor of UNI as Jase is going to go ahead and get the bump. Quick little waterfall motion right in front of the Rensselaer goal. And UNI going to go ahead and try and reset on offense. They'll take it across their own timeline. Craftsworks will steal it away. Makes Jase miss. Set up the double back, but UNI able to go ahead and get the clear. Striker applying the pressure. TJ right back at him. And TJ makes 1 miss, but Kraftwerk able to go ahead, use that extra boost, and nose it in. Out of the way of the goal. Ooh, and that was kind of an awkward thing to see, is kind of like both players trying to get towards the ball. So unfortunately, UNI might not be communicating as much as maybe as they should. Something to note as we go through this game 4. TJ able to go ahead, get the save off the shot of J1. He tries to gather himself, passes to Striker. Striker back to J1. UNI is finally going to get the clear. Big boom! Kraftwerk going down to Jase. Jase tries to set himself up. Does a little bit too much mechanics right in front of the Engineer goal, and we are back to the UNI side of the pitch. Jase gets that one bumped out of the way by Kraftwerk. Follow up from Striker's no good. Bikes to intercept. Awkward 50. TJ going to go ahead, slide J1 out of the way, and this is the communication that you are looking for if you're the Panthers. Ball's going to go right to left. TJ, he's going to go left to right with the ball. Maybe UNI get the Engineers on a mistake, as this pace of play has definitely picked up. And already 2 minutes done and away in game 4, and we are scoreless. It's almost, I was hoping I would almost cast a curse, but unfortunately Kraftwerk right there for a last minute save. Follow up from Bikes, too strong off the top of the crossbar. A1 tries to follow it up. Strikers can't get it to go either, and Kraftwerk gonna make that miss as well, so a missed opportunity now for the Engineers. Here come the Panthers, but J1 and Striker with a full set of boost. Gonna go ahead, try and make something happen. However, Bikes recognizing that, gonna go ahead, take out Kraftwerks. Striker using all his boost on the right-hand side. TJ able to go ahead and get the clear. TJ with the demo. Sets it up for Bikes, right to left. TJ trying to get the corner shot, didn't quite have the angle. And UNI getting some good rotations in. They need to continue to talk as Striker going to go ahead, try and work at the right-hand side of the Panthers. Miscleared by J1, probably deferring to craft work. And a missed double back follow-up shot by Striker, but J1 right there to follow it up, but big save by Bikes. Shot is good for Striker, and that could potentially be the go-ahead goal with 1:35 left to play. Finally ending this scoring drought. Just a really good pass play by the Engineers, kind of setting it up and just, you know, taking the shots that UNI is giving them. Really great job here. Initial kickoff, TJ tries to do some theatrics and some mechanics. However, that one's going to get bumped out of the way. Jase tries to take it left-hand side. That one's going to be intercepted by Bikes. 50 is going to be in favor of the Engineers. J1 has Jase. Jase tries to karate chop, and he's going to get slide tackled out of the way. Bikes with corner shot just off the mark, and TJ able to go ahead, try to get it followed up in less than a minute to play. Double back right-hand side. Craft works to intercept. Ball is going to be in the air. Bump over to TJ. And UNI slowing it down and a double commit. Maybe they're trying to get some offense going. Maybe they're trying to go with a double wing on the right-hand side, but that's hard to predict, as I am afraid that it might just be the case of lack of communication. Nose in by J1 with 30 seconds remaining. UNI playoff opportunity potentially closing, and they have to make something happen soon. Could be the dagger. No, Striker just off the left side of the goalpost. UNI still could have hope. TJ working the right-hand side. 10 seconds left. TJ 50'd. Striker with the save. Jase, the freshman, tries to pitch it in. No! Unfortunate. But Bike still has it in the air. Craftwork trying to nose it in. Pinch out is no good. And the Panthers will fall and move to 2 and 4. Unfortunate, as that will either set themselves up for either a 5th place spot or potentially how the games shake out tomorrow. Ideally, you hope HU gets the loss and Benedictine gets the loss, but just unfortunate set of circumstances that UNI had going there. I'm afraid that they just were not kind of feeling themselves tonight. And the hardest thing is that you can't let a good team beat you twice. And unfortunately, I think that happened when they played against Benedictine. Go-ahead game that they should have potentially won, and unfortunately could not. Rensselaer will go ahead and improve to 3 and 3, putting them in a prime position now for that playoff spot, if they can go ahead and win their next week's matchup against UC Bearcats Pink, which more than likely will be the case, considering that Cincinnati Bearcats Pink is currently winless on the season. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us here at Panther Esports. Hope you were able to catch our earlier match against not Rocket League, for League of Legends. They unfortunately fell, I guess that match has not come back to be verified yet. So hopefully you were able to catch the match from earlier. So while we do this, we'll go ahead and do a quick ad read for you Rocket League fans. We are looking for teams to take part in this year's Northern Iowa Cup, the only Rocket League tournament in the state of Iowa. Whether you are a casual player teaming up with friends or a competitive college team, show off your skills against the best Rocket League teams in the state. Online qualifiers are free to play, and kickoff is on November 1st using a double elimination format. Teams are encouraged to stream their own qualifier matches, where the top 6 teams will move on to an in-person finals on November 8th at noon in the Mocker Union Gaming Lounge. Finalists will have a $30 venue fee and compete for a $150 grand prize with payouts to the top 3 teams. So, steal that boost, score that shot, and be victorious. Registration closes at midnight tonight. So head to start.gg, search for Northern Iowa Cup for more information about bracket fees and venue details. That'll do it for you and I here against UNI Rocket League, unfortunately falling to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute 3-1. UNI looking to see if they can at least finish the season with a win next Tuesday against Robert Morris University, but that will be a tall order for them. For Brooke in production, my name is Hunter. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. And like always, go Cats. Also, don't forget the 3-minute delay. Okay, good. I remember when I was messaging you